When using a skew chisel for turning, I first start at a Veritas sharpening system, and I've got a slight convexed uh, cut on the end of this blade. And what I'm going to do is sharpen it, just rocking it, just trying to stay as flat with that bevel as I can, and I just rock it ever so slightly, up and down. Then I'll put it on the other side and do the other side. If you use stones or a sander or whatever you use to sharpen your chisels with, your skew chisel has to be sharpened just about every time that you use it. That means every turning that you use the skew chisel on, go over and touch it up on the sander or the stones, however you do it, and sharpen your skew chisel. If you don't do it every time, you're going to have a lot more trouble and a lot more problems. The skew has to be scary sharp to really work efficiently. There you can see my test is just to stick it on my fingernail. If it glances off, then I know I've got to go a little bit farther. If it sticks on my thumb or my fingernail, I know I'm good to go. Okay, to use the skew chisel, you begin at a 45-degree angle from the tool rest. Put all your pressure down on the tool rest. You don't want to push into the piece at all because it'll cause vibration. And then just start moving downhill. What I'm going to start here is on the bottom 2/3 of the skew chisel. You start moving in. You can see here I'm going to draw with a marker. I just want to keep on that bottom 2/3 because if I catch on the toe or the heel, it'll either corkscrew me out or it'll catch and put a big gouge in the piece. So you pretty much want to stay right in line with that. You see it's just taking a nice polished edge right there. You can see the difference in color that it's making, how much nicer that skew chisel makes the turning. Makes it nice and crisp. Now there's that mark that I made on there, and you can see I'm trying to keep right on where that's at. If I go too far towards the toe, I'm going to catch. If I go too far towards the heel, it'll corkscrew me off and leave swirling marks all the way around the piece. Neither of them I want. So here I'm just taking a nice light pass, turning the lathe on as slow as possible, and just working your way through. Again, I want all the pressure down on the tool rest. And just touch. It's best to start a little high and then pull the tool down a little bit into the cut. It's a safer method than if you try to just put it right on where you think it's going to go, because you have a better chance of catching. Now as I'm coming down this taper, it's not very noticeable, but my right hand is pulling the handle up ever so slightly. And all I'm wanting to do is lift that to keep in that line with that same angle that's going down. You want the tool touching at the same place pretty much the whole cut. That'll keep you getting the nice, slick, smooth finish. It's polished and it's good to go. I don't have to touch this with sandpaper. I don't have to do anything else to it. It's ready to go. Now for this vase part, I'm going to start on the middle and work my way down towards the bird's beak, starting right there at the very tip top. And I just go very slow and maintain that bottom third of that tool. And you can see the shearing shavings that are coming off there, those long fibers that are coming off, and that waxiness that's coming up on the bottom end of that vase. That's exactly what you want. You're getting a nice polished edge that just gives your turnings a better quality. And again, I'm starting at the top and working my way down. You can see my hand on my right hand is just moving the handle just ever so slightly as I come down and around. Now I'm coming back down a little bit. If you keep all your pressure on the tool rest, You won't get any vibration because it's not forcing the wood to basically bend over and causing that vibration. Now here I'm going to show up close how I do the top base. Again, I'm starting in the middle. I've got a score line that wraps around the piece, and I know about right there is where I want to start on. See, I just move it around slowly, letting the tool do the work. And you can see those long fibers there on the tool rest. That's exactly what you want, with those nice long shearing cuts. Again, my toe is up above the workpiece. It's not touching. Now this whole leg is ready to go in the tenon is ready to go in the kiln and dry out, and then it's done. But that gives me a nice finished cut, and I'm done. I don't have to sand at all.